Hey guys, so you may have seen the last previous videos. They were to submit to my writing course, which I hope you enjoyed. Me, Amelia, Freya, Louis, there's lots of people who helped out on that project, which was absolutely amazing, and I'm so very grateful to them. So talking of videos, as you might notice from this one, I wanted to shoot some more, and I've been talking to Amelia and Robin, trying to work out what I could do. And collectively, well, not all of us together, but from other people, I've got the idea to do like Topic Tuesday, which is basically where I can talk to you about a topic that I have on my mind at the given time. So, this week, I thought I'd start off with something very vague that a lot of people could apply to themselves, which is university. Now, you may notice that I'm not in a regular space. This is the space that we used to record our last video. If you want to check that out, I can leave an annotation. But I thought I'd talk about university, and I thought I'd talk about the struggles of university first. And I've got it all written down in this little book. It's going to be my YouTube book now. And so talking to like flatmates like Louis, Freya, Alex, Amelia, I kind of worked out about 6 problems that you could have while at university. Excuse me, I've got something in my eye. Blue neck. So one of the problems that people, well I say people, my flatmates have found is like people in general at university, because obviously there's loads of people who come from different walks of life here, and you know, everyone has different opinions and different views, which is totally cool. It's cool with me, I don't have any problems. But like, for me in my first year, I found it really hard making friends, because obviously I didn't know anyone at all. I only knew my flatmates. I had to like make friends as I went along the course. Like, now it's totally fine. I've got a steady group of friends, and like I know I can rely on them and stuff. But yeah, my advice for people at university is just be relaxed, be yourself. Like, that's the best thing you could be. Another one of the problems was that I found personally was looking after myself. So I've never had to look after myself before university. My mum did everything for me. She cooked, cleaned, washed my stuff, everything you could think of. Like, I'm just trying to think of one separate occasion where I did stuff from, I used to iron. That was my job, I could iron. But looking after myself, I found relatively more easy coming to university because there was no one else to do it for me. Like, in my first year, if one of us cooked dinner, someone else would wash up and then it would be left to drip dry, which is fine. In this house, you normally clean up after yourself, so if you cook dinner, even if it's for everyone, you clean up after yourself, which I find actually a little bit easier, especially because I cook the most, so then I wash up after myself anyway. But my advice for you is just look after your own stuff to begin with. If other people use it, perhaps get them to wash it up if they've used it. That's like fair enough. But I'm not sure. I mean, it all depends on your circumstances. Obviously, I'm only a second year student. I've only been here for a year and 4 months. So you can't exactly just take my word for like gospel truth. I've only just given you my advice from my experience. So don't hold me accountable for any of this. So another problem that I faced was budgeting. A lot of people in the flats face budgeting issues at one point or another. We get our student loan, obviously, pays our tuition, and then we get paid for our living arrangements if we don't live close to home, which I don't. I live about 6 hours away from my home. So through that you have to pay rent. In private accommodation sectors, which I'm now living in, we have to pay gas, water, electric, internet. And a tip is, because you're a student, you shouldn't have to pay council tax. So you should get in touch with the council, local council where you are at university, and talk to them and give them your student ID numbers. And then, because you're a student, you don't have to pay council tax. As far as I know, you can't hold me against any of the things. These are just from my experience. So like budgeting, there's also, that's like the money side, there's budgeting time, which I find is very, very important, because before I came to university, I was told that it was 60% partying, 40% work. But that depends on what course you do. So for me, drama and theatre, I feel like I do a lot of outside work, compared to what I do in class, because it's normally lectures and we listen and things like that. But I'm just trying to think of another, international politics. That would be a lot more theory, I think, and you'd have to spend a lot more time in class. But yeah, so for me personally, it's more like 75% work, 25% partying. But then again, I have given up alcohol this year, so I don't go out a whole lot unless it's like really important and special. So this next problem is one that I found especially in student accommodation. I get it's for health and safety reasons, I totally 100% understand that, but I found fire alarms very difficult. That was one of my biggest struggles, because we'd have a test on a Wednesday. They're very delicate fire alarms, they wouldn't work. I'm just trying to... they could go off at least 5 times a week. Sometimes they go off, you go in, and then you'll be like, oh, nice and warm, and then you'd have to go straight back out because it's gone off again. And just because I lived on the seafront, the evacuation out onto the seafront was terrible because it was always cold and it was always a weird time. But yeah, in this house we've only had the fire alarm go off if the shower doors open too quick and the steam comes out straight to the fire alarm, and one cooking incident, and that was because of me. But I'll put my hands up, that was my fault. Sorry guys. Oh, excuse me, I think I've got a cold coming. So the last one is your course. Amelia is the example I'm going to use. She's not a writer, she is an actor. She does the practical. She gets given what she's supposed to do and she does it, and it's amazing, in my opinion. But she said about how courses exceed her expectations. So, for example, writing, she did performance writing. She was like, oh, I'm never going to be able to do this. But, like, we got so much work done and she got better as the course progressed. She could actually put a pen to paper and write down an idea and then go from that. But she still keeps that practical element that she does, which I think is absolutely amazing. Now, some of the high points of university that I feel like I should talk about, because obviously I talked about the struggles, now I should talk about the high points. More freedom. That is definitely one of the best things about university. Like, I want a sandwich for dinner, just got to go across the road, get a sandwich, eat a sandwich for dinner, sorted. Like, if I want to go out until 2 o'clock in the morning, I can go out until 2 o'clock in the morning. There's not going to be someone waiting in for me going, oh, what time do you call this? Not that my mum does that. She doesn't mind if I go out, she prefer it, like, if I'm safe and stuff. But, like, I don't have to text people all the time, like, I'm going out, I'm going to be back at this time, especially with drama, because I go out for rehearsals and whatnot. Yeah, but the freedom is so liberating, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's the best word. Although it was a struggle, it's also a positive. The people you meet. So I met Amelia this time last year in production project. First time we met, we did an exercise. We had to be a DVD player. I laid on the floor instantly, and I was like, lay on top of me. She was like, why? I was like, you're the disc, I'm the disc drive. Lay on top of me. And that's how me and her practically became friends. Then Louis, he was in my textbook workshop, which was amazing. We wrote essays a lot together, because although I can work alone, I prefer to work with someone else there in case I have any issues or questions. Freya was also in my textbook workshop, but she was also in my physical workshop as well, which was pretty cool. We mainly used to go out a lot more, even though we were in classes together. Alex, I met last year when we were about to move in, and like I sit and read his essays. He helps me with my drama stuff, like he gives me tips, which is absolutely amazing. Life skills. I've learned a lot of things, how to get stains out of clothes, like, what else? How long things take to soak for certain like bits and pieces, different bleaches, like what they're good for, like, and like brands as well. You wouldn't think that there'd be like 70 different brands of like the same bleach, but like some of the cheaper ones are even just as good as like higher priced ones, like shop in Poundland or whatever. That's really good. And like another life, like just life skills in general. Like I've learned to cook a lot more and be a lot more adventurous with my food, which is pretty good. Getting a degree. Right, for me this is a very main point. I've come to university to get a degree. that's what I want and that's what I'm aiming for and that's what I want to get. So this is like a high point for me because then I get to carry that around with me forever and love it and cherish it. Oh, it's still mine. So there's a different environment. If you move away from home for university, so I'm in Wales and I normally live in London, it's a completely different environment. Like, there's so little people here, but then there's like so many people in London. But then when I go back to London, I learn to appreciate all them different people. Even if they're really rude, I'm just there with a smile and I'm like, oh, hello. But then when I come back to Wales, there's so few people, I have to find stuff for me to do and it makes me more creative. And it, not for YouTube, not for YouTube. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded. Doesn't matter, we're not going into this subject. Right, and the last one, which was summarised by everyone, was university is pretty cool. Like, you meet a whole new bunch of people, like you get so many different life skills. There's a degree at the end of it for you if you really do work hard. You've practically lived on your own if you move away, that is. I won't be able to tell you if you live at home because obviously this is like my second year at university and I haven't lived at home. Yeah. If people have responses, I'd gladly watch them and listen to them about living at home while being at university. That sounds pretty cool. And yeah, at university I've enjoyed so much. Obviously there's been ups and downs, but that's the whole point of life, isn't it? To have ups and downs, because if it was a steady line, what's ever going to happen? What is your life going to be? So this is my video for today, Topic Tuesday. If you'd like, you can comment down below of other topics you want me to cover. If I don't know anything about them, I'm not going to research them. I'm sorry. I want to be committed, but I don't have that much time to spend on these videos. Hence why this one's unedited and just going up. Because I feel like the more time I spend on this, the less time I spend on university. And like, if you guys want topics that you know I can cover, like friends groups, I could cover all the different kinds of friends groups, because obviously I can be one of the lads, I can be one of the girls, I can be one of the girly girls, I can be one of the really horrible bitchy girls, because I've had quite a varied life. But thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe, thumbs up this video, and I will catch you soon.